Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check how to save gems and how to get resources in the game. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and also share. It's very important that you share this one because these are some useful tips that everyone wants to keep in mind, that everyone wants to take into consideration. So. Also, if you want to check something else on this channel, you can let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do a video on that. So, very quickly, we know that Micah's limited character pack is coming soon, so maybe you want to start saving gems. There are many ways to get gems and other resources, and we're gonna discuss which is the optimal way to save, to spend, and such. So, first of all, do not spend gems on permanent banners. I know that sometimes permanent banners are tempting. There are some good... where do I have them? Yeah, here. There are some good permanent characters that maybe you... permanent supporters that you want to get that are pretty useful. But don't spend on those banners. You want to save your gems for limited banners. Another tip on that regard, you have to identify which limited banners give you the most value. For example, this is a limited banner, but it doesn't give you the best value because Yukikase, new Lightning Mizuki Yukikase, is going to work only for ranged characters, and it's going to give you up to 26% more damage and damage reduction on range attacks. So it is not the best. It is usable, but not the best. And on the other hand, we have Heaviko. Heaviko is going to give you both damage and damage reduction. That goes up to 24%. It's less than what Yukikase gave. Then why do you say it's better? And the effects alternate. They are not always active like Yukikase. Why do you say Yukikase is better then? Well, we have this. Has a 50% chance to inflict poison on of 50% of damage. That goes up to 100% of damage when max out. The damage for 12 seconds when attacking an enemy with a debuff. Easy activation condition nowadays, super easy, and it is pretty good on BR, believe me. So this gives you more value than Yukikase. And besides, this is not the only thing that you can get on this banner. You can also get the UR weapon for Heaviko, which is also pretty good. If you haven't checked the effects, you can check my video on that. But getting back to the point, you are not going to be able to roll on every limited banner, especially as an F2P, even if you save. So you have to decide what you want to get. You want to get, of course, the weapons for those characters if you play them, sure. But let's say that you don't play Heaviko. Is the supporter worth it for you? Do you have a ton of... you're going to have a ton of characters who debuff the enemies because you want that for BR. But if you don't, let's say that you don't use the activation condition, you don't have the activation condition for a specific supporter, you don't use those effects, maybe you want to skip that supporter instead. So identify what supporters give you the most value. Of course, I always do the videos and tell you if it's usable or not, but it is one thing to see the effect and a completely different thing to actually play with it and test it. Because at the beginning I thought this wasn't that good, but after testing it I saw that it was pretty good. So let's see, another tip. Keep an eye on the Double Desire Point campaign. With desires we can buy supporters, weapons and such, and sometimes, it is not common, but sometimes we get surprise campaigns that says get double the amount of desires. So if you roll your gacha coins on those, you're gonna get, instead of 10, if I do this and I roll 10, I'm gonna get 20 instead. So that's actually pretty good, because you can buy the things in the desire shop. Gremory, apply that more often. We do need the desires because now there's too many limited characters and supporters. Limited supports and weapons. So please apply this more often, Gremory. Let's see. Save your desire for limited weapons and supporters. There are many things that you can get here, like gacha coins, like this one, which is not a bad option if you don't have one. The weapon, the awakening point reset ticket. These that are trash, don't buy this with desire point. This is also bad. This is not optimal, not bad, but not optimal. The UR tickets. This one you don't need. Believe me, you don't need. If you want to get the one copy, that's fine to get the art, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then we get the real price. Don't buy the ones that go with mileage, because you need mileage and also desire, and it's too expensive. So what you do want are the limited supporter, limited weapons, and avoid the permanent supporters. That's my opinion. There's also customs. Let's see, one that I don't have, or one that I do have. I know that is Kurenai. Let's go with Kurenai. Kurenai had one of the best. This was her mileage custom. No, not mileage. Desire custom. So it is pretty nice. Usually the desire customs are pretty appealing, but you have to be careful, especially nowadays, because right now with the following update, we're gonna get Lina, and she gets her desire custom, which is just like Kurenai's. It is like winged demon. It is pretty good, but we're also going to get the Micah's banner. So there's the desire custom for her and the two character limited weapon and supporter. So keep that in mind. For example, one that I didn't get was this one. This is pretty nice too, but I didn't have the desire. So be super careful on how you spend your desire for you to buy what you want to buy. Also, save your gacha coins to guarantee that you hit pity. As you can see, I hit pity on this banner, but that's because I save many months these gacha coins so that I could spend on it. And thanks to that, I got at least one copy, because the gacha can be rough. You want to hit pity to guarantee that you get the supporter or weapon. That is how you should do it. Also, when you spend your desire, you're going to get when you spend your gacha coins, you're gonna get desired. Sometimes there's bad banners that come with good bad permanent banners along with good limited banners. And for that, we're gonna check the example of this guy, this dude. Oh god, I hate it. So I don't remember if Shikanosuke was tied to Emily or tied to Anna Rose. But yeah, I don't remember exactly which was the limited or the desire thing that was tied to Shikanosuke, but I had to roll on his banner, and I got him 5 out of 5 in just 100 rolls, which I didn't want. He's a terrible supporter, but I roll on that banner specifically because I needed the desire to get an extra copy. So it's fine to roll on a bad banner, because you can dismantle this and you can get gems if you get at least one copy. You can not dismantle. You can use the exchange facility with those bad supporters, and then you get a chance to reroll maybe something limited. Okay, so it is not as bad to use those. Just it is best to roll when there's an actual good supporter. Then it says save your coins. You get more value out of supporter banners in the rotation. So in the rotation gacha, unfortunately now we have a ton. We have more than 7. It used to be 7 banners, so that we had 1 per day of the week. 3 were for the supporters, and the other 4 were for the weapons. But now we have irregular weeks. Gremory, do think on going back to the 4 banner structure. This is not good, especially on behalf of Desire, because let's say that I want to roll on the first week or 1 week. It is the last week for a banner. It's the last week for a banner, like Hebico. And let's say that I am here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am here. Let's say that the rotation banner is here. I want to get the Hebico on the Desire shop, but I want to use my gacha coins. If I wait all week, I would get up until here. But I want to use my gacha coins on the most value, and the most value is going to be the ones for the supporters. I'm not going to arrive at that point, so I'm not going to buy the copy of the limited weapon or supporter that is on the Desire shop. So Gremory, please fix that so that we have once more the other structure, or that you organize it in a different way, the rotation gacha. Maybe 2 rotation gachas so that we have 7 and 7. I don't know, but that's one thing. Use your rotation. Save this, because you don't get a lot of value out of these banners for the most part. The ones that do give you value are the color supporter exclusive ones. Those are pretty good, especially green. Green has one of the most one of the best colors. Blue if you want to go defensive, or if you're looking for very specific picks. Actually, I should roll on blue because I am missing many of the blue. It's the one that I rolled the least, like Hebico. Hebico is really good, and red is also good. All of these are good. So after that, let's see. Save your affinity rewards. Next tip, save your affinity rewards. So when you level up a character, or well, not exactly. When you use a supporter, you're going to get affinity points, and little by little you're gonna get these hearts that give you gems, as you can see. Save them. Don't redeem them, just save them. And redeem them when there is a limited banner that you want to roll on. Okay. Save your reset chips. This is not like a big deal, but it's something to take into consideration. I have used like 1 or 2 of these, and I have saved the rest like for years now. 2 or 3 years, I don't remember. So I am missing like 11, and with 11 more I would have 300 crystals. It is not that big of a deal, but little by little this affects your gem count, so it is appreciated even if it's not that impressive. Also, you have to do, or well, you should do your special mode between 2 or 3 times. Doing the 4 times is very is not viable at all, because it's every 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken, because 12, 24, yeah, it's every 6 hours that you can do this. But come on, are you gonna sleep like 5 hours and then do this and then go back to sleep, or you just sleep 5 hours every day? Don't do that, guys. For your health, don't do that. Just do them twice is okay, twice a day, once in the morning and at night, or 3 times if you have the time. Sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 2, depends if I have to go out or not. So do that. And also, I didn't take note of that, but let's talk about the most value on limited banners. There are different kinds of limited banners. For that, we're going to use supporters. And I'm going to limit this to UR. So, we have character limited banners, character pack limited banners, which come with the weapon and the supporter for that character so that they enhance their gameplay in certain colors or certain builds. Sometimes they are generic good, like Rinko's weapon is generic good, it works on any color. But sometimes they are specific, like Murasaki's weapon that only works for blue. There's also character release limited supporters. When a new character is about to release, they get this limited supporter as saying, hey, this character is coming. And it comes with good effects. You should get it. Not always. That's not always the case. Sometimes they are pretty bad. And sometimes they are pretty good. So you should keep an eye on those. The problem with this is that they do not repeat. These ones do repeat. The character pack for the limited character pack, weapon and supporter do repeat, but the limited character release supporter do not repeat. You can get them from the exchange facility, but that is chance based, guys. So maybe you want to get at least one copy. Sometimes because of the effects in the armory, and sometimes because of the art or whatever, but these are the roughest one, are probably the most rare and valuable, so keep that in mind. I didn't get Sora, and she is busted, so that's something to take into consideration. We also have, this is not new, but it's become like tradition, some limited characters, seasonal limited characters, like Witchu, like Rinko, Santa Rinko, and Santa Ingrid. So these are going to repeat, yes, but only on certain holidays. They used to be, these three used to be like normal gacha, but now they count as limited gacha and you require limited gacha coins. You could roll them before with standard gacha coins. It is a shame that they changed that because limited gacha coins are kind of rare. So also keep an eye for those. They are valuable, yes, but I put them just below the character packs. The weapon and supporter character packs. Those are more valuable usually. Let's see. And that's about it, because these ones the seasonals don't come with a banner. Yeah, those are the limited banners. Let's see. The next one. Oh yeah. Tackle higher steps of VR. Why is it important? Why do you want to do that? Because we have missions here. Battle. Clear time at 5 VR max Taimanin X amount of times. That's a thing that works, but no. This one. Tougher than steel. Clear Taimanin 5 VR LWS squad level 55. These missions go up to level 100. So that's a shame that we don't have that many. But look at the amount of gems that they are giving us. Wow, that's amazing. That's a really good amount of gems. But the amount of resources, time, and effort that you have to invest in the game to get these resources, or not to get these resources, to tackle these levels, it is big. So it is just another reward that you can get. Try to put yourself beyond your limits to tackle higher steps. It is a good option. And especially it is good for emergencies, because if you're missing just a couple hundreds of gems, like 2 or 3 or 300 of gems, you can try to push farther the VR, and maybe you're going to be able to get the amount of gems that you need. Then we have complete all missions in events and campaigns. So for this one, we're gonna go here. What do I mean by missions in events? These ones. If you complete all these, you're gonna get gems. For this, I do suggest that you use Emily. Emily is one of the best characters that you can use here. Not only because she auto farms, but also because she fulfills the combo condition pretty easily. And for campaigns, right now I don't have them, but we usually get some missions to do things. And in fact, we're gonna get one of those special campaigns that is every day it unlocks a set of missions for the month of February. So keep that in mind and complete all the missions if possible, because you're not only getting gems, you're also getting a ton of resources, gacha coins, your tickets, or I don't know. It depends on the campaign, but it's usually good value. Then, do your weekly missions ASAP. You want to do this as soon as possible. Why? Because later, at least I forget to do them. So I prefer to just do everything but the login. The login, obviously, I log in every day, so it is no problem. But do them quickly so that you can grab all the gems ASAP. Also, don't reroll the random shop here on VR. This costs you gems. Don't do it. There is one exception when it's good to reroll this. And let me explain. If you bought, let's say you need for this tip 60,000 points. On the week, throughout the week, you're going to buy the weapon. The weapon for the specific trait that you want. And then, when the week changes and they restock the items, you want to wait until the very end, just before maintenance, and if you didn't get another roll on the weapon, you can start re-rolling the store to get that specific weapon, to get 2 copies of the weapon in 1 week. That is a tip that you should get into consideration, but for the most part, don't re-roll this. Just connect constantly, and just see if there's the item that you want to buy with your points. Then, progress the next box. So for this one, here in the events. So the events, as you know, have various boxes, and all of them have gems. You can progress to the next box when you get either the supporter or the gacha coin. Don't do that. Focus on getting gems on the boxes that have the supporters, and on this one, focus on getting all the gems and also the AP potion. It is pretty important. Okay, so essential that you do that always. Then don't forget to complete the Golden Pass missions. Golden Pass, fortunately, it is not only for paid players, it's also for F2Ps. We have 2 rows, one is paid, one is free, and you get gems and tickets on the Golden Pass. Right now we don't have Golden Pass, but the Rank Pass represents this very well. The next one, complete the Golden Pass, select carefully which customs. Oh yeah, so the customs. We have a bunch of customs, and as you can see, I don't have them all, which I would like to, yes, of course, but usually I don't. I only do this when I have, well, step by step. If you want to get limited customs, that's completely fine. But if you want them for collection purposes, but it is not your favorite character and you don't have the resources, don't worry. Usually we get repeats of this, and when they do, they usually give us a ticket for 1 or 2 skins from the whole selection. So you're gonna get that eventually. They also add new skins, and maybe then you get you have enough gems to buy all of them. But don't worry too much about limited skins. They rerun a lot. Now, on permanent skins, that's a little bit different. Get what you want. It is completely fine to get what you want, but it is not a must-have. And wait until you have a good amount of gems. Right now, this is a decent amount of gems. I could roll a couple ones, but I am not sure about my luck in the gacha, so I'll save this because I might need to get more gems for the to hit pity twice, just in case of emergency. So usually that's not the case. Usually with 100 is more than enough to get at least 3 copies of the weapon and supporter, or something between that. Maybe 2 and 2, maybe just 1 and 1, but at least it's usable. So these are always available, so there's no rush. And on rare occasions, we get discounts. On the Year of the Bunny, we got a discount for all the skins here, and it was pretty good. We also got a discount on Task Force, and because of that I decided to buy Sue's outfit. I am not like a fan of these series, even though I have them all. But Gremory, do more discounts. It is very appreciated. I get that maybe part of the income comes from these and they don't want to do that many discounts, but start doing discounts with classic like Gacha Academy, like Maid. I know that Maid is maybe they don't want to do Maid, but how about Taimanin trainers? Yeah, we need more discounts, and I want more slice of life, but this seems to be unpopular for some reason. Well, back to the tips. Achievement missions, yes. So these ones are good for beginners. Keep this in mind. These are very good for beginners. You're gonna get a ton of crystals at the start of the game with these missions, but this quickly runs out, and then it's just like occasionally you get a couple gems, which you should take into consideration, and you just redeem them whenever you can. I don't suggest you save them. If you want to save them, that's fine. If you cannot control your urges, I only roll on with my gems on limited banners. I don't roll with my gems here. And another thing, we have you cannot see it because I have gacha coins, but we have discounts for the first roll on a banner. It is half price, but do not get deceived by that. It is unimportant. Yeah, maybe you are going to get lucky and get a copy of the supporter, maybe even 2 or 3 copies of the supporter and weapon. I don't know. Some people are really, really lucky, but in most cases you are not. So I do not suggest that you buy those. If you want to do it and you spend money, you invest money into the game, and you do it just to build up desire, that's fine. But if you don't spend money constantly, you don't want to get those. You want to save your resources to hit pity on specific supporters. Let's see. So those are the F2P tips. Now we're gonna go to the paid tips. If you don't do paid content, that's fine. You can leave right now. But even so, it is worth taking into consideration. The situation of each player changes. I used to be like super F2P and super picky about what packs to buy or to how to spend money in the game. Especially when I started like I don't remember, like 5 years ago in FGO. But now that I have a job, it's easier for me to spend. So the situation changed depending on what stage of life you are on. So Very quickly, let's start with buy packs that give you good value. Not all the packs give good value. This one used to be good value, like a ton, when we didn't have VR. Now that we have VR, 12 gems is nothing. It's whatever. So don't buy this one anymore. I do not recommend it. I mean, maybe the first one, because it gives you a UR ticket easy, but that's about it. Also, Heavy Shika pack is just mid. Why do I mean by that? Mid regarding the amount of gems that you get. You're getting like 2022 gems total. That is nice, that is very nice. But it's gradually, you don't get them all in one go. And sometimes you need the gems all in one go. The biggest benefits are these. The unlock skill slot, the extra IP, and the bonus drops. So if you want to farm, you may buy this, but instead of getting this like always, get it when there's a discount. You may buy, if available, you may buy more than one when there's a discount, because nowadays the Heavy Shika pack is an item. We receive one on the daily login, so you can use this. You can buy some of this when it's on discount. I hope that's a thing, that you can buy multiples of. Let's see. Character renewal packs. We have one. So character renewal packs are probably the best way to get a character. If you want to buy a character, don't buy these ones. These give you a terrible weapon for the most part. There's a couple exceptions. For example, Kurena is an exception. She has a skin that it's limited to this, a weapon that is limited to this. Gremory, you should fix that and make this available for everyone, because Japan stuff and whatever. So we're not gonna discuss that. There's a couple characters, especially the characters that share weapon, that have their own unique weapon that are sometimes good and sometimes not that important. But these are not something that you want to buy. If you want to buy that, then buy this one. This is going to give you more EXP for the character. You're gonna get the character, you're gonna get the mileage skin, you're gonna get a voucher for a skin, and it's selected. You can select, it's not random, that's nice. You're gonna get the weapon. Usually these weapons are better, not all of them. Like Emily's weapon is for her to auto farm, which she also does. She doesn't need this weapon. And a couple gems. These ones are probably way better because they give you Demonite, which is a very rare resource. They give you a couple gems. They give you the mileage skin, and they give you the weapon. And it's like $14, $15. It is pretty cheap for what it's giving you. I mean the Demonite. Because if you don't know, the Demonite costs, supposedly, according to Gremory, $30 to get a pack of trash along with Demonite and 1,000 gems. The 1,000 gems are appreciated, but I would really prefer to get this cheaper. And the same goes for nanomachines. So, also, super important to get the level up packs. If you want to spend, the best way to get gems is with the level up packs. For that, you want a character to have a character at level 83. And when you want to buy the gems and you have the money, you use your resources. I could get more of these because I have boxes for these two resources. So imagine that I add 4 and 2, and I can awaken the character, and then when I hit level 85, I'm going to unlock the pack to get max level, and that's going to give me a ton of gems and a ton of crystals, mirage crystals, emblems. It gives you just enough to level up. But the amount of crystals that you get is very good. The price, the maximum price, let me check. Here, I go to images. Do I? Oh, I have it here. This is the price of 85. If I'm not mistaken, the price starting on to get here, to get from 79 to 81. Let me check. Give me one moment. I'm going to go up. Aha! Here I have the list. So yeah, the pack to get that you unlock at level 79, so that you max out the character and you get the awakening skill, costs $44.99, so $45. And that price is not going to change starting from that level. So the pack that you get when you hit level 81, level 83, level 85, those packs are going to cost the same always. But each time they give you more and more gems. So obviously the most value it's on the last one, of course. But it is not bad to get the other ones. These start to give a ton of value. So if you want to buy this, it is okay to do so. Let's see. Other than that, we have... Oh, keep an eye for good deals. It is very rare, but sometimes we have special deals. Here. Right now we have a special deal, but it is not as good. You can get this, and each one... I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to buy it. So I do have these two skins, and instead they're going to give me 500 gems. So it's 1,000 gems. Not too bad, not too shabby. But the rest of the items I don't like, so I won't buy it. Okay? There were 3 packs that were just like this one. They would sell skins from the summer variety. Let's go with this one. From the summer variety. And of course you could buy them with gems, F2P, on the shop. Instead of having the limited for New Year, imagine we had the ones for summer. So on those packs, you could get those. You could get 3 skins, and it was a really good price for those 3 skins of different characters. And it was 3 packs, so 3 skins for 3 characters, 3 skins for other characters, and 3 skins for other 3 characters. And if you already had the skins, you would replace them for gems. And it was a pretty good amount, so I think that pack was worth it. And another good pack. Oh, of course, the Black Friday pack. We don't have that one just yet because Black Friday just it was a couple months ago. But in that pack, it was similar to the Jump Start pack, which had different levels, but it was very cheap compared to other packs, and it gave a really good amount of value. I think that the pricing on the last one was similar to this. I think a little bit cheaper than this, but it gave you both Nanomachine and Demonite and the Heavy Shika or something like that. It was really good value for investors. So keep an eye for good deals. It is super important. So that's about it, guys. What do you think about this? Do you have any other tips or any other recommendations on how to get gems? Unfortunately, it's not something that you're going to get a bunch of gems, 1,000 gems in just a couple hours or a couple days. It takes time. You should save and don't spend your gems anywhere. You have to be very picky where you want to spend your gems. but it is okay to spend your gems. It is not like you should never spend your gems. Yes, of course, that's what they are for. You want to spend them, especially on the things that you like. This is just objective tips on how to do that, on how to spend. But I hope that you find this useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!